Hello everybody and welcome. Today I want to talk to you about Apocrypha, a massive, as in really huge boxed game that came out to Kickstarter a little while ago, and it's been designed by Mike Selinker. Now, I know Mike, I know his design genius. I thought I really have to back this, even if I'm never going to play it. But now I am actually going to play it. Because I've got somebody who is prepared to put up with learning the rules with me, because this game comes with an awful lot of rules. This game wasn't cheap. It came out in Kickstarter, and the thing it has a huge amount of names in it, including Matt Forbeck and Patrick Rothfuss. That's a lot of names and very big weight. So I want to take a look inside the box and see exactly what's in there, because I want to find out if this game is it worth the amount of money that you have to pay to get your hands on it. I'm about to show you. Welcome to the GMS Magazine unboxing videos. Apocrypha came out in Kickstarter to quite a lot of success. It became a really big game with 3 boxes, of which we're going to open today just the first one, because I'm going to play this, and yes, I will make more videos to let you know what I think of it, and then we'll play more, hopefully, if I get the chance. But let's take a look at what's inside, because it's also not a particularly cheap game. Right, the box, it's okay, it's quite sturdy, it's not a cereal box. So the box is quite big, it's quite a thick box, and it's beautiful. I mean, the illustration in the cover is fantastic, it's very atmospheric, and it certainly helps you put the atmosphere in what the game is going to be like. This is meant to be a very gritty, dark sort of game. We have 2 books in here. One is for the rules and the other one is for the mission. So I'm going to put the box aside and we're going to take a look at the rulebook. Right, the rulebook has been very well laid out. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. It has a lot of illustrations within it, a lot of atmosphere within it. The font is large enough, so even though there is a fair amount of wording within this game, but it's quite easy to read, and most importantly, and this is a very cool thing, it helps that it makes the icons a lot bigger, so they are easier to see when you're reading this rulebook. And rules, there are a fair amount, but there are also some examples as to how to lay out everything on the table, which is excellent, because in a game like this, where there are so many things to do, it's quite important. The game has 2 ways of playing. It's either a cooperative game where everybody plays against the game itself, or you have a kind of role-playing game side to it where you can play one person against everybody else around the table, just to suit your style of gaming. Both sound pretty good to me. I guess it depends how many people you have around the table. As a co-op, this plays from 1 to 6. I can imagine that it will play up to 7 if it's 1 against everybody, 6 players and the guide. The mission book, it's laid out exactly the same. It repeats some of the illustrations, which is absolutely fine, and everything seems to be quite clear. I don't see anything obnoxious about it, and it probably increases difficulty as the missions go on. Cool cartography, I like that. It looks pretty different, pretty excellent. And let's take a look at what else is in the box. We have these are the saints. In this game you play kind of people who have still a little bit of divinity within them, and instead of making minis, which will make the whole thing a lot more expensive, they have these figurines that you can, with cardboard, just take out and with these little foots, you can put on carefully. This is going to be painful sometimes, I think. You can just put them on the table. That's it. I'm sorry, I should have laid out, set up another camera to show things easily and better, like maybe that one. There you go. That's how you do it. Now, because the game comes with missions, obviously I am not going to go into them, and I am not going to spoil anything of the game, because that would be kind of not particularly cool, and I don't like doing that. But I'm going to show you the box inside because it's actually huge. You've got a couple of separators, you have your dice, and you have your decks. It seems like it's being very well thought out. We'll have to see how it plays. We've got dice. They are D6s, but they're huge. I mean, these dice are actually very, very big and quite solid. I like how they sit in the hand, and the little dots, they're not painted, they have been carved, which is good because that means the dice will last way longer. I don't know how much use they get during the game, but it doesn't matter. Good quality dice is always better than lower quality dice. Now, the cards. We're only going to take a look at one deck because the game comes with enter here. That means that it's a particular deck that you use in order to learn how to play the game. Every other deck, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 decks are going to have different missions, different cards, different everything, and I don't want to risk spoiling it for anybody, so these ones are coming back into the box and we will not touch them. You're going to have to buy the game to see what they say, and I'm going to have to play it to open it. Anyway, we open these cards. Right. Sleeving them, you're going to have to sleeve them for 2 reasons. Firstly, they are not particularly thick. Okay, they are quite standard sort of cards. I can understand that because in a game like this, which has hundreds of cards, it can be very expensive to print thicker cards, but these are actually thinnish. Also, they are not laminated, so you have to be, firstly, you see how they're very reflective. You can see the lights everywhere. But also it has a bit of a problem, and is that if you use these cards with your hands slightly dirty, then I'm sorry to say that you're going to leave fingerprints all over the place, which is not cool. So the anatomy of the card is actually quite decent. You can see everything. The illustrations are very cool, very, very cool. The icons, the size of the icons are actually quite visible. I like that a lot. And things seems to be very clearly marked. So from that point of view, I cannot see anything particularly wrong with the game itself. I think it seems fine to me. So sleeve the cards. That's the only little niggle that I have, even though I would normally sleeve them anyway, but you're going to have to do it. You're seriously going to have to do it because these cards are a little bit thin. They're going to see an awful lot of gameplay when you put them on the table, and they will probably get, torn or see signs of wear very, very quickly. Do I think this game is worth the amount of money I paid for it? Yes. Yes, because you have a huge amount of illustrations, you have a huge amount of box, you have a huge amount of game with it, and you have an awful lot of name with it that is likely going to translate into a complex but very satisfying game to play, which I will tell you in future videos. And to get notifications when we update and upload those videos, please do remember to subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much indeed for being there. Truly appreciate it. If you've played this game already, please let me know what you think about it, because I love to hear it. And let me know your comments. Put them down there. Give me a thumbs up if you have enjoyed the video, a thumbs down if you have not. And until next time, I very much look forward to talking to you very soon. Take care.